Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, here with New Comic Book Day. Only it isn't. I don't know how my fellow UK YouTubers are faring out there getting their new comics today. But given it's been like a Christmas bank holiday, when it's bank holiday it's usual that our comics are a day late. So hopefully I'll be able to pick them up tomorrow. I have no new comic books to show you today. So I thought I'd just show you what I got for Christmas. All the geeky comic book type stuff that was under my Christmas tree that Santa and various other people had left. We'll kick off with this big book. It's Marvel's Year by Year, a visual chronicle. This is published by DK, who do all the kind of Marvel and DC encyclopedias. Basically, it's from, this book's quite old. It only goes up to 2013, which, funnily enough, was when Marvel Now was happening. What a difference 2 years makes. We're now all new, all different. But it goes from 1939 right up to 2013, and for every month of each year they kind of highlight what was going on at the time. A little kind of blurb, lots of fun pictures. It's one of those books you kind of just flick through it for reference and just dip in now and again. It's not really something I would generally read from cover to cover, but it's a nice kind of little addition to the other encyclopedias I've got. The next graphic novel that got bought me, it's something that was always getting recommended to me from my purchases on Amazon, so I thought I'll throw some of them on my Amazon wish list and it'll kind of remind people this is the kind of stuff I want. And it's Sleepwalk and Other Stories by Adrian Tamini. Now, I'm not quite sure what I've been buying from Amazon to warrant this being recommended to me. Not that it's bad. I've started it, but my God, is it depressing. It does say on the back it is like Woody Allen in his prime, and I can see that straight away. These are people with very unhappy lives. Think Stray Bullets, but without kind of the bloodshed and the violence and the gangs and the sex. But it's kind of small vignette kind of stories, all done in black and white. And the stories last maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 pages. I've read the first few, and like I said, it's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. I bought a volume 4 of Mind Management, The Magician, so I'm really excited to get back into that world again. Matt Kint's gorgeous painted art style, kind of rough, doodly craziness there. Really love this series. I think volume 5 is already out. 6, I'm not sure whether that's been released yet. I believe the series has finished now, which is a shame, but I like getting them in these nice Dark Horse hardbacks. And you know what, these are so reasonably priced for the actual product, never mind what's inside it, that I'd recommend anyone picking up at least the first volume to give it a try. I'm sure you'll love it. Right, the big one. This, before I show you, this is kind of Tim's fault, Howler Mouse. I always hear him talking about it. He always has a lot to say about it. He has this kind of connection with the character, and I never see any of the kind of single issues from, you know, back issues to pick up and try. So I put a few of the single paperback volumes onto my wish list, and I added this a little bit cheekily, but luckily enough my partner is a doll, and well, it's this huge book. The Goon Library Edition Volume 1, big heavy tome. Eric Powell collecting his first 3 volumes of The Goon. I've already read this. I love it. If you like your horror with a smattering of humour, plenty of action, kind of stretching between genres, there's romance in there, there's kind of sci-fi, of course there's horror, and there's a little mystery and intrigue which I have a feeling they've kind of addressed. There was an incident in Chinatown that has kind of put the goon off women, and I think that has already been addressed in later volumes. I love this. Gorgeous, huge, big style art. It is quite funny because I read the introduction before I started this, and I don't know whether he was not being sarcastic but being kind of giving it a humorous tone, but he was quite self-deprecating about it, and, you know, apologising for re-releasing this once again, and two, that the artwork in here was when he was just starting, it isn't his best. And I'm just thinking, if this wasn't you at your best, then my God, what it must look like now, because it's great. There's a lot of different kind of styles in here. The covers he does for The Goon are out of this world. They really are something special, and I would recommend this very highly. Whether you want to go for these nice big library editions, I see another one being released, I think it's about April-May time, so that's getting put on my wish list. I'm wondering what I can get someone to buy me that for. It's not my birthday till September, so I can't get away with that. The final big book I've got, now with this I was picking it up in singles, and I kind of got stuck. Couldn't find what I needed left to fill the gaps, because it's a series that I want to read from the beginning to the end and not kind of jump around as and when I buy them. And while this book has been on my wish list for a long time, it was just a little bit too much for me to buy just outright. So my team at work obviously had a whip round around Christmas and gave me an Amazon gift card. Didn't quite cover the price of this book, so I added a little bit to it as a little treat to myself. And basically I want to read this really badly, but I can't find at the moment these issues of this title that I need to start reading it. And plus, I want to watch Howler Mouse's series on this that he's uploaded to YouTube. It might be a huge clue on what this book is. It is, of course, Warren Ellis and John Cassidy's Planetary Omnibus. I can't wait any longer. I really want to read this. It will be the first time I've read it. I've not read any of the single issues that I've already bought. I will still look out for them. It was really strange. I almost got round to buying this, and then suddenly I started finding the single issues, so I kind of held off, but just dried out now, or all I see is the issues I've already got. So I'll still keep my eye out, but now I can read this, I can watch Tim's videos. Hopefully he's got a nice little playlist for me all set up. If you haven't, Tim, get that sorted out right now, because I'm really intrigued to hear what Tim's got to say about this as and when I read the issues in here. There was one other book. I'm going to be very unprofessional now, and if you just wait 1 minute. Well, that's never happened before. I'm usually quite prepared. There was another omnibus. It's been a year of omnibuses. This has been on my wish list for donkeys. Again, it's one of those books that I've read this series before, but I love it. I really do. But didn't want to kind of pony up the money for it, especially in this omnibus edition. Not that it's particularly expensive, but it's kind of like, okay, I've already read it, but I'd really like it. Grant Morrison's Animal Man. It collects the first 26 issues, the Grant Morrison run. I just started on this last night when I went to bed, and it just memories flooded back of when I first read this, and it sounds weird, but I can't wait to get to the end, because we all know how Grant Morrison's, for those who have read it obviously, we all know how it ends, and how kind of a clever storytelling concept that Morrison used. I mean, it's Morrison, he's always going to do something different, but this was like, oh wow, that was clever. You've got to give it to him. He may be crazy and he may not make sense most of the time, but he's a great storyteller. So that was the other one. Finally, my kind of pop Funko virginity has been ripped away from me, as someone within my circle got me this fella. Silver Surfer within his little surfboard. I don't know whether you can see that very well in there, but I love these, but I know if I buy one I will want to buy them all. I mean, I'm just looking at the back now and already I see a Doctor Doom figure that I really want. I kind of did look on Amazon because I was hoping there would have been a Galactus one of this to go with this, because you know they've got that relationship, but they were either a lot bigger than this, which, okay, makes sense, or they were really small, but I kind of just wanted it to be the same size as this. So who knows, I may start collecting some of these because they are fun collectibles. I won't be precious about the box. This will be coming out the box and getting put up on one of my shelves very soon. But that was Christmas. Santa was very kind to me this year. My next video will probably be my boxing up of all that behind me. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get a chance to do that. Hopefully over this coming weekend I might get a chance. I've been thinking of some new stuff for next year, and I've been kind of putting the feelers out for some people that I'd like to work with, collab. So look out for that. If you're not subscribed to me and you're intrigued by what 2016 has got to offer, then hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, let me know what you got for Christmas, guys, and if you've made a video up and I've not seen it yet, put a link into the comment section and I'll go to it and check your prezzies out too. So until next time, bye bye.